As the clock ticks closer towards midnight, Fox 13 is answering the question, what impacts will be felt here in Washington state? Fox 13's Alejandra Guzman shows us what's at stake.
Yes, your mail will still get delivered, but a government shutdown would hit hard in other ways. According to Attorney General Nick Brown, thousands of federal workers here in Washington could be furloughed or work without pay.
That would have devastating impacts on Washingtonians. We have thousands of federal employees whose jobs might be in limbo. A lot of federal grant funding that would be shut down or stopped here in Washington. And, on people and our economy, it would be.
Keep this in mind. I want y'all to keep this in mind with this one guy right here. Now, through the grapevine, if I'm not mistaken, I heard this guy is trying to fundraise, I think, millions of dollars to sue Trump. Y'all voted for him. I'm just gonna say this: the people don't know what they're doing, but I'm just saying he literally, and maybe I should drop a video on this one, but he is trying to fund millions of dollars to sue Trump. This guy right here. What can you do about this? Like, seriously. Yeah. And I'm kind of curious how much he actually has, like, have himself. Like, I guarantee this man is a millionaire by now. Like, I need y'all liberals to listen very closely, because you realize this is fucking up your wallets as well, right? The more he sues Trump, the more taxpayer dollars it costs. I'm just saying that now. And I don't know who is stupid enough to fund this man, but yeah, you stupid.
You're very, very serious.
Air traffic controllers, troops, and federal law enforcement deemed essential would still report to work, but without a paycheck until Congress reaches a deal. If you've got travel plans, brace yourself. Flights may be delayed due to staffing shortages. SNAP benefits or food stamps could run out, just like the WIC program for women, infant, and children. Social Security checks would still go out. FEMA forecaster.
I'm sorry, but I do have a gripe against this WIC program, because I'm telling you right now, these women pop babies like it's fucking Tic Tacs. As a matter of fact, they got women out here who pop babies like it's a fucking Coke machine. Stick it in, baby comes out. Seriously, simple as that. They abuse the system so damn much, and it's about time to get their asses up and go to work, or keep their husband, keep their man. Seriously, because this is something that we should not be paying for. I'm just saying, bro. Like, this is why I don't fuck with Coke. This is exactly why I don't fuck with Coke and Pepsi. I don't want to deal with that. It's just bad news right there.
Would remain on the job, but Republican GOP Chairman Jim Walsh says the concerns are being overblown.
These so-called government shutdowns out of Washington, D.C. are a lot of theater. Well, I think when you take a government job, when you're working for a government agency, you know what you're dealing with here. You know that these positions and the agency functions are subject, frankly, to political posturing back in D.C.
I actually agree, and I actually noticed for a fact, because during one of the shutdowns, and I was remember working in the airport, they actually had this issue. They actually had this issue with TSA, but I mean, they still got paid no matter what the situation was. They got back pay and all that type of stuff. But they make it like sound like a huge, like, how about I say this, the end of the world as we know it type shit. But let's be honest. I mean, I do understand this. I don't work for the government, but I mean, I do understand a lot of people even know this for a fact. The only thing I can say is hopefully that people know how to, like, have rainy day money just in case the length of the shutdown, to help them, just in case, because we don't know how long these shutdowns are for, and we don't really know what's going to happen. And bruh, the crazy part about, I'm gonna wait till it gets towards the end, and I'm gonna tell you what's going on.
I guess my message to someone who's concerned is this doesn't have the markings of a major interruption.
On the other hand, Senator Patty Murray says a big sticking point in reaching a deal has to do with health care.
I'm sorry, and this is the creepy dingbat right here. I know I'm not trying to be mean and call people out by them names, but some people need to go their ass to the old folks home, because the stupid shit and the stupid decisions that they make is part of the problem. May I remind you, this is the same woman who actually said no to paying for no taxes on, on tips. Like she voted against this shit. Keep that in mind.
State family paying $238 per month for their health insurance right now. Thanks to Republicans, they could pay as much as $1,800 per month next year.
I really don't believe that. And I'm going to tell you something about this. And ever since that Obamacare is complete trash. Ever since that thing came out, it was complete trash. I have tried to apply for Obamacare about 4 different fucking times, and ain't nothing cheap about it. There's absolutely nothing cheap about that fucking Obamacare. All they're trying to do, which she's not going to tell you, and I had to find this out through my research, is they are trying to spend over 100 millions. I think 100 maybe. No, they're trying to spend over $1.3 billion extra. Not to mention, they are also trying to spend millions and hundreds of millions of dollars on illegal immigrants. But they didn't tell you that. As a matter of fact, I'm going to pull up that video.
No, Senator Murray, stop being hysterical. Acknowledge that Senator Thune has put you in a place where you can't get out of it very easily. Stop the rhetoric, make a deal with Senator Thune, and let's keep the government open and operating. Enough of the theatrics, Senator Murray. Cut it out, be responsible, serve the people of Washington, and let's avoid this shutdown that you're trying to cause.
Now, President Trump has also said that there could be permanent cuts to the workforce if the government does shut down. This will delay next month's job report, and we're still waiting to see how the national parks will respond. From what we did see during the 35-day shutdown back in 2018, parks reported vandalism and destruction of trails littered with human waste, lands and water that experts say will take centuries to recover. Not to mention the budget cuts from earlier this year that has already pushed many parks to a breaking point.
Shut it down. Shut it all down. Listen, I've said it before and I will say it again. Shut the government down. The Democrats are out here literally causing problems because they want President Trump to give them over $500 million for free health care for illegal immigrants. So let's not worry about the Americans who don't have free health care. Let's not worry about the Americans who don't have food to eat. Let's not worry about our public safety with the national terrorist threats on our country that are literally living in our country. Let's worry about giving free healthcare to illegal immigrants. Absolutely not. You see, this shit and this threat, it may have worked when Biden was in office. It may have worked when Obama was in office, but it's not going to work this time. So you know what I say? I say shut it down. Shut it all down. Let them go on recess for a little bit. Let them feel what every American has felt under their reign. Because no more. The billions and billions and billions of dollars that we have put into illegal immigration that could have been made to be put to such good use here in the United States for Americans is insane. And I'm not sorry for saying it. We do not need to be funding other people's healthcare, food, and benefits that are not part of this country. We pay those taxes, Americans, and we should have a say in where that money goes.
Yep. $500 million, and that's what the Democrats are doing. Not only every single Democrat, that also includes that one young lady, just like everybody wanted to vote for, Miss Patty Murray. Now, this is kind of weird, isn't it? Because, may I remind you, y'all voted for this woman. I think it's about time that she needs to go back to old folks' home. Like, seriously. Because I guarantee you, she's probably a billionaire by now. Maybe. It's a possibility. She probably have $500 million invested on her own. Like, literally. She probably might have our taxpayer dollars, just like Bob Ferguson, just like Bruce Harrell. I guarantee you they're doing something under the table, and it's not pretty. So, what y'all think? Let me know your thoughts. I mean, should we shut the government down? Because, yep, shut it down.